There's a lot there that's interesting. So, Urian's here said he saw the source and the first rejoining. But the source cannot rejoin with the first if it's lost. Similar to the 13th and the Void. Meaning that the rejoining completely rests on this world being saved. So technically, to stop that, allowing the fall of this world would also stop the rejoining. I'm not saying that that's a good idea. I'm just saying that in our efforts to save it, we are kind of fulfilling the prophecy a little bit, in a way. The Crystarium boasts a number of residential districts, but I have been informed that a room has just became available at the Pendants, which, as it turns out, is perfect. Our path there will take us past the markets, and I was hoping to give you my own introduction to their wares. Come along. That's right, isn't it? I'm gonna have to get used to these names, aren't I? Ah, I was right. I mean, there is a closer one that literally says markets, but yeah, close enough.
This is the Musica Universalis, the commercial heart of the Crystarium. What you might need to prepare for your journeys can be purchased here. Ah, yes. You must be curious about the currency. Fear not. The gil you carry will serve you well enough. Each nation once minted its own coins, but was all a jumbled mess following the flood. After much debate, the local merchants eventually elected to revert to the old ways, wherein a coin's value was decided by the worth of its metal. As for a unit of measurement, we agreed upon the term gil, a word borrowed from coins uncovered within the Crystal Tower here. And as our traders peddled their wares across the land, so too did our usage of gil become common practice. From what your stola tells me, a standard coin from the source equates to exactly 1 gil here, or near enough not to matter. Our way of life has benefited greatly from the artifacts we recovered from the tower, some of which may be familiar to you.
That thing I can see in the distance, yep. Ugh. Not the tome phone! Oh, nice.
But I fear it would not be practical for us to provide everything to which you are accustomed. You shall need a means to access the commodities of your home world. Van Kerm Sin?
Yes, I'm here! Of course I'm here! What amusements do you have for me today?
My dear Feo Ull, paragon of pixie kind. For you, I have the most vital task. This fine gentleman is a friend from a distant realm. And we have need of a means to ferry things back and forth from his home. Might you be able to assist us in this matter?
from beyond, didn't you? From beyond the rift. How wonderfully exciting. What a brave and reckless and marvellous thing you did. You've the heart of a pixie, you do.
Aye.
After careful consideration, I have decided to grant you my assistance. Make a pact with me and the fun can begin.
Aye, wee lassie.
But answer me this, traveller. Did your garments come with you when you crossed over? Your teeth? Your nails?
Yes?
Just as I thought! Then you've a good stout connection with your home through which all your belongings, great and small, may easily pass. From this moment forth I will be your Isne Fis, and you my Snay Yak. Like the branch which sprouts from the sapling, our bond will flow unbroken from one to the other.
That's a nice touch, I like that.
Raise your hand. Tis done. We are bound now, dearest sapling. Come, come then. Make your request. Tell me your desire. I wish to visit this world of yours.
Mayhap her message to your friends in the Source to inform them of your safe arrival.
Good idea. Yeah, Totaro. She was literally there with us. Krail makes sense because she's kind of technically like the most powerful, influential of the scions we have left and has the echo. But no, Totaro.
Consider it done.
As you heard, that was Feo Ul of the Pixies. Their kind possess an affinity for magic akin to that of arcane beings. They rarely show themselves in populated areas, but Feo is insatiably curious even by Pixie standards, and seems to have taken a liking to the Crystarium. Right, we were going to organize a room for you, weren't we? Come along.
As a result of your pact with Feoul, you now have access. I'll have to read that again. I said I saw delivery removals? I didn't realise that was on the auto. As a result of your pact with Feoul, you now have access to delivery removals, market boards, and summoning bells while in the first. Alright. Thank you. And hey! Hey! Alright, where we're going? Alright, back that way. So far I like this place. It's really big and I really like that. Wait a minute. Yeah, I've definitely got that one. Ah, there you are. I was just finalizing the matter of your accommodations. You will have a private room here at the Pendants for the duration of your stay, to make use of as you see fit. When you're ready to retire, the manager will show you to your lodgings. Pray rest and recuperate, and we shall convene in the ocular anon. I believe that covers all of the practical concerns. Thank you for answering my call, Alexander. We are denied the comforting blanket of night, but may peaceful dreams attend you nonetheless. A pleasure to meet you, sir, and welcome to your new home at the Pendants. Your room is ready, if you'd care to retire.
I know you. You're the warrior of light from the source.
The warrior of darkness. Ardbert.
What? Did you just... You can hear me? Oh, gods, how long has it been? That was what I called myself in your world. The Warrior of Darkness. My real name is Ardbert. I used an alias in the source, a daft one, looking back. If you recall my tale, it was my comrades and I who caused the flood. We thought our home doomed. And so we listened to the Ascians. Let them guide us to the source, and tried to hasten their goddamned ardor. I remember when we fell, defeated by you and yours. I remember our audience with Minfilia, how she listened to our pleas, and returned our souls to the First. The flood was poised to swallow Northrend. Minfilia and my friends, they surrendered what little they had left to hold it back. Just faded away, leaving me to bear witness. Tell me, do you know the year? How much time has passed since we caused the flood? 100 years. 100 long years. My hands find no purchase. My gestures catch no eye, and my pleas, be they whispered or screamed, reach not a single ear. I am a shade, cursed to do naught but drift. I feel as if I've been walking forever. I hardly noticed when my mind and body began to fray at the edges. Then bang! My senses were sharp again. I felt like a fish being reeled in, and before I knew it, I found myself in this room. Why is it that you can see me? What are you even doing here, come to that? You were summoned to save the First. A waste of time. This world is beyond saving, like those who try to save it. Muddled as my mind may be, I've not forgotten that. But if fate has brought me to you, the one person in this God's forsaken world who can see and hear me, then perhaps there is a reason I endured. If I can find out why I was left behind, then maybe I can bring this journey of mine to an end. Well, I'll be watching, Warrior of Light. But do me a favor. Be careful out there. This world has had its fill of heroes.
Alright. Back to the ocular. Dosselgate. Nearly walked straight past you. The Dosselgate. Master Alexander, the exalt awaits you within. Huh. Interesting. So I guess that's one way to travel.
Ah, how did you find your new quarters? I trust you were able to rest.
I had a ghostly visitor.
I was not aware the room was haunted, and you were rather tired. Well, should you receive another visitation, be sure to let me know.
Huh.
Now, let us return to the subject of the Scion's whereabouts. This map shows the lands of Norvrand, the only area to be spared the Flood of Light.
Now that's a very familiar looking map. Not exactly the same, but very familiar. So I'm just trying to look at the placement. It's interesting. So basically, this. I'm not going to guess on anything. I'd have to double check with the two maps side by side.
The Crystarium is here, in the region known as Lakeland. And to the north is the fairy kingdom of Il-Meg. That is where you'll find Urianger. To the east lies the once prosperous civilization of Rak-Tika. Your Stola is stationed there, in the heart of the forest. Alas, neither location can be reached without considerable difficulty. As such, I would suggest you first seek out one of the twins, each of whom is stationed but a short flight from the Crystarium. Alphino is on Calusia, an island off the western shore. It is home to a city called Yulmore, where the rich and privileged while away their days in idleness. For his part in furthering our cause, Alphino journeyed there to meet with the citizenry and forge alliances. From what I hear, he has since kept himself busy gathering information around the main settlement. Alize, meanwhile, traveled south to the arid wastes of Armorang. They lie upon the very edge of the inhabitable world, where the flood of light was halted. Those who dwell there live in constant fear of attack by the Sin Eaters. In contrast to her brother, Alize felt that her energies would better be spent learning about the enemy, and thus she sells her services as a guard, both to hone her skills and gather information on our foe.
I really like these graphics.
So, will it be Calicia or Armorang? It matters not which you choose to visit first. Simply inform me once you have made your decision, and I will see to it that you are provided with a suitable mount.
Huh. Do we actually get to choose?
Ah, but you must be wondering about Thancred. He has taken up with a new companion, and is presently engaged as a wandering hunter of Sin Eaters. Being ever on the move, his whereabouts are often difficult to ascertain, but I am certain your paths will cross ere long.